Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, it's playoff time throughout the state.
And it's scored by Will Morgan!
In the Coach's Corner, meet the woman who has Roncalli Volleyball on the cusp of a state finals appearance. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is one of the state's top defensive players and a future Boilermaker.
It's like just a college over Buff, really. It felt the same, but it just felt more at home at Purdue. Purdue was my first official visit.
We've got the Zone Extra all lined up for you right now.
Hey, good evening to you folks, and welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great week of high school sports action with all sorts of great tournament action to cover. In our Coach's Corner, I'm joined by the woman that has Roncalli Volleyball one step away from the state finals. Christina Erasmus is here in studio. Plus, before we head to Purdue next year, our Athlete of the Week has unfinished business at Buff. We introduce you to star defensive lineman Joe Strickland, and you won't want to miss the latest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. Also, find out how you can be a part of a future show. Now let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Last Friday was the opening night of the state football tournament, and defending 5A champ Cathedral has no trouble getting started. The top-ranked Irish with a 56-point win over Terre Haute North. Speaking of top-ranked teams, in Class 1A, Lutheran dominated both sides of the ball in a big win over Edinburgh. Meanwhile, we saw an upset in Class 3A as top-ranked and unbeaten West Lafayette is knocked off by third-ranked Buff. The Braves earn a 10-point win. Mount Vernon's quest for a third straight sectional title got off to a good start. The Marauders offense puts up 63 points in a win over Pendleton Heights. And in Class 2A, third-ranked Heritage Christian faced Cecina. The Crusaders jumped out to a 20-point halftime lead. Heritage Christian tries to fight back in the second half, but Cecina is too much. They earned the impressive 40-20 victory.
I'm real proud of our team. They play hard, they hit hard, and so it couldn't be prouder. So it's always very nice, particularly after they beat us during the regular season.
Oh, I'm just feeling excited for my boys. That's really all I'm feeling. It was a big game today. We came out and we executed. Yeah, it's a great feeling. Great feeling.
All right, great feeling indeed. Meanwhile, in Class 5A, last year's state runner-up got off to a great start. Zionsville jumped all over McCutcheon early on the way. It was 45-0. They got the win there in that matchup. After the game, head coach Scott Turnquist, he joined us live on The Zone for a FaceTime Friday conversation.
What I love about our team right now is that they're continuing to improve, continuing to evolve in every way. They're taking coaching, they're learning as they go, and they're really set on making sure that they prepare every week the way that they are used to, despite the opponent, no matter who it is. They do want to make sure that they do everything they can to prepare every week, and it's a lot of fun to coach a team like that.
Tell you what, great play there taking place there with Zionsville. Okay, in cross country, the season comes to an end this weekend in Terre Haute with the boys and girls state finals. Last Saturday's semi-state action took place at 4 locations across Indiana with plenty of great performances from teams and runners from central Indiana. Congrats to Columbus North as both the top-ranked boys and girls teams earned semi-state team titles, and Bishop Chatard Jr. Lily Cridge sets a course record and wins the Shelbyville semi-state race by an incredible 42 seconds. Wow. And the Carmel girls earned the Shelbyville semi-state team victory. On the boys' side, both Buff and Hamilton Southeastern bring home semi-state trophies. Good luck to all the runners competing coming up this weekend. Meanwhile, in volleyball last Saturday, that was the regionals, and 3 local teams are moving on to semi-state. In Class 2A, congratulations to Western Boone as Stars defeated Covenant Christian. And in Class 3A, last season state runner-up Buff is on one step away, folks, from returning to state. The Braves moved on with a victory over Tri-West. And in 4A, there will be a new champion. Roncalli knocks off Yorktown in the regional final and moves on to a semi-state. We got more on the Royals coming up a little bit later here on the show. Now on the pitch is championship weekend in boys and girls soccer with the state finals kicking off tomorrow night at IUPUI, and Central Indiana will be well represented all weekend. Here's what we're talking about. For the first time in program history, Heritage Christian will play for a girls soccer state title. The Class 1A top-ranked Eagles took on Providence and jumped in front early with a goal in the opening minute, and Heritage Christian doesn't look back as they pick up a 3-0 win. In 3A, Coach Frank Dixon has his Carmel Greyhounds back in the state finals for the third time in 4 years. Sophie Shepard's header crosses the line with just over 4 minutes remaining in extra time as the Hounds win 1-0 and will face unbeaten Homestead in the final. And on the boys' side, the 3A title game will feature a pair of Hamilton County rivals. Number 2 Noblesville had a little trouble with 4th-ranked Chesterton. The Millers get on the board in the 4th minute and cruise to a 5-0 win. They will take on Carmel. The championship match, game tied at 1 in extra time with 1 minute remaining for penalties. Will Morgan here beats the Castle Keeper at the near post. Hounds win a thriller 2-1. Saturday will be first title game appearance for the Carmel boys. How about this, in 15 years? So here's a look at the schedule for the Central Indiana teams going to state titles here. First for the boys in 2A, West Lafayette taking on Brebeuf. That's coming up tomorrow at 6. And Brebeuf advances with win in penalties over Heritage Hills. The Class 3A, Noblesville versus Carmel Saturday at 6:30. And on the girls' side here, you got Class 1A, Andrean versus Heritage Christian. And then Saturday at 11 o'clock, then Class 3A, you got Homestead versus Carmel coming up on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Okay, time now for a break, but we have much more ahead here on the Zone Extra. Up next is the Coach's Corner. Her Royals are gearing up for semi-state action this weekend. Cannot wait to talk to the lady in charge of the Ron Colley program. And still ahead here, he's one of the state's top defensive players. We're going to issue to our Athlete of the Week from Brebeuf. That's coming up.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Junk King.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. Her volleyball team is coming off a big win over defending state champion Yorktown and gearing up for the Class 4A semi-state coming up on Saturday. Please welcome to the Zone Extra tonight the Ron Colley girls volleyball coaches joining us here tonight. Christina Erasmus is here with us tonight. Thank you so much, Coach, for joining us. And when you beat Yorktown, if you know anything about volleyball, you know that is a huge upset. Congratulations to your ladies getting it done. It's got to be a special win for you guys, right?
It really was. I mean, you know, Delaware County has so many girls coming out of there. Yorktown is always very strong. They're well coached, and they've been ranked top 1 or 2 all season long, and we took care of business, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, you know, last year, regionals you guys got to last year, I know there's got to be a sense of just attitude with this team here. Like, listen, we were so close last year. Yes. We got to get to state this year. Is that the attitude of this team coming in this season? Yeah,
I mean, we had our set of goals, and some things that, like conference and county we didn't achieve, but we wanted the bigger trophy. And when it came time to going up against Brownsburg, we were down 2 sets, and they were close sets, and we were actually leading those sets, and they came back and won. And I just cannot believe the tremendous grit and work we put in to beat a really good Brownsburg team. And I mean, I have a history there. I coached there for 8 years. So.
Yeah, you know, you look at your record, 28-5 on the season. You've had some big time top 5 wins. You know, top 5 rankings for you guys as well. What do you like about this year's team?
We are a well-balanced team. We're dynamic. We start with serve and pass, and we're really good at that, which lets us have a lot of offense. Yeah. And of course, we're a veteran team. We have a lot of girls that have been playing varsity volleyball for a while. And, you know, when we have a girl like Emma Halter who can keep us alive, and, you know, just a good group of girls that we've all kind of grown together, and we knew that this is our time, and the time was now, and we did it.
You talked about you coaching there at Brownsburg, but I know Roncalli's dear to your heart.
It is.
You went to school there.
I did.
You played volleyball there as well, and so this has to be special for you to have this opportunity, right?
I mean, it really is. I mean, it's almost like a pinch me moment. I was assistant coach there for 4 years and then took over the past 2, and I just really, truly love these girls. I love the community, their parents. There's just a rich history there, and the volleyball traditions I try to keep alive every day in that gym because it is a special place.
Yeah, take a look at your team right now. Take a look at you coaching them at work here with the Royals. And, you talk about the players that you have and just so talented crew. There's one player in particular that comes to mind. You just mentioned her name earlier, Emma Halter. Talk about big-time player headed to Texas to play.
Yes.
How great has it been having her on your team?
I mean, it is wonderful. I mean, she works hard. She's a good role model for our younger players. And, she not only has talent, but she has great work ethic, and she's humble. And the girl just doesn't want anything to touch the ground. And, and she's so accurate with her passing. And she's a good person to be around.
Yeah. Just talking to you here tonight, you can just see the smile on your face, how much you're enjoying this opportunity. So what is the key? What are you guys going to need to do to be successful this weekend and try to get a chance to play for a state championship?
I think we need to stay mentally tough like we did against our tough Brownsburg game, and then going against a really good defensive Yorktown team. Just stay the course, serve and pass, and then use our dynamic front row and move that ball around, and hopefully we can create seams so that we can score a lot of points.
Well, some good times going on when you think about Roncalli and what's happening. Obviously, you got a great football program, and then, of course, you look at the volleyball program as well, and just tremendous things happening there down the south side of town at Roncalli. You look at the matchup coming up this weekend. You got Castle from my neck of the woods, my hometown down there in Evansville, and so that should be a great matchup for you all, taking place down there in Jasper High School. Anything you want to say to the fans, to the supporters of the school there in the program?
Yeah, I mean, come out. It's going to be red out for us, and make the drive down. We would love the support. If you can't make it, you can watch on the IHSAA streaming. And just thanks so much for the support throughout the whole season. We've had great turnouts at our matches, and people following us on Instagram. So it's been really great. We really, truly appreciate the support and the love.
Well, look, you know what it's like making it to state. You say you made it in your high school time, and so all the best to your ladies. Hope you guys can get the job done down there.
I hope so, too.
Okay, thank you so much,
Coach,
for joining us here. All right,
thank you.
Here on the Zone Extra. We're going to take a time out. So I had here tonight on the show, it's time for our Athlete of the Week. He's one of the key reasons Buff football, folks, has a shot at a deep postseason run. Olivia Ray introduced us to star defensive end Joe Strickland. Plus, we reveal to you our Play of the Week. It's coming up here on the Zone Extra.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Now it's time for our Athlete of the Week. He's one of the top defensive players in the state. And next fall, Joe Strickland will be playing football at Purdue. But according to our Olivia Ray tonight, before he heads to West Lafayette, Strickland has unfinished business at Buff.
I definitely say a thinker.
Say tenacious.
Energetic. We often don't call the kid that's athletic a high motor kid. I think he has both.
The way people describe Joe Strickland is probably different than you'd imagine, a 6'4", 250-pound defensive lineman. But it's that unique skill set that helped him become the top strong side D-end in the state and the latest local prospect headed to West Lafayette.
He can be a guy that can be an impact player beyond his days in high school. Again, it's what impressed me. Basically, he didn't leave the field. Maybe for some special team snaps, he left the field for Buff, but he was going both ways. And I never thought that he slowed down getting after the quarterback. I think he's a young man that can be a difference maker in the Big Ten.
Now, Strickland picked Purdue over 20 other offers for a chance to work with defensive line coach Mark Hagan, who sent a long list of defensive stars to the league like Ryan Kerrigan, Cliff Averill, Kawan Short, and currently projected first-rounder George Karloftis.
That was a big thing. Just from him showing me film, comparing me, all this type of stuff. But I mean, of course I got to work hard. I got to do everything right, no errors, all that type of stuff. I think that'll definitely help me get to where I want to be, which is, I mean, not just on the list with all of them, but even just try to be better than all of them, because, I mean, if I aim for that, I think I'll be up there alongside with George and all of them.
But before he hits the Big Ten, his Braves are bracing for a trip back to Lucas Oil, the exact spot Strickland's freshman season ended in 2017. Olivia Ray, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
All right, Olivia, thank you so much. Time for a breakdown, but more still to come here tonight on the Zone Extra, including Ask the Commissioner. Plus, we have a preview of sectional semifinal night coming up tomorrow night here on the Zone.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Now it's time to ask the commissioner. Each week, we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here's this week's question, folks. Last year was a tough one financially with a more normal fall season. What have you heard from schools? Are things trending in the right direction on that front?
Well, that's certainly the hope. And what we've seen, and we saw it last spring, is as we moved outdoors with baseball, softball, track and field, and any of our outdoor sports, we saw crowds return. And in some cases, we saw crowds return in record numbers. And the places that I've been throughout this year, we're kind of seeing the same thing. Fans really missed watching their community kids play, and they've shown up in groves to watch. I've been to some incredible football games this year that the stands are packed, and we really believe that's going to carry throughout the tournament. But the finances have been tough, and the number one thing fans can do out there is just go out and watch a game. Go out and watch kids play. Buy that ticket, get the popcorn. It's still the best value in sport that you can get. And, you know, a lot of us wore a uniform back in high school when we played, and take that opportunity to go watch the kids of the day play. And that's the number one thing that you can do.
Always great to talk to the commissioner and hear from the commissioner of the IHSAA, our good friend Paul Neidig. Hey, don't forget, if you got a question for the commissioner, he answers everything. Here's the information right there on the screen, what you need to do to possibly have your question here on the Zone Extra. All right, you know, one of our favorite parts of covering high school sports is you, the fans. Of course, the school spirit we see is incredible everywhere we go, folks. And each Friday in this fall, we award the Zone banner to the school with the best spirit. This is what the students are competing for. The Zone Championship banner presented by Crew Car Wash. We are giving this huge banner to the school that is in the zone, and that's the best school spirit. Which high school is going to be the 2021 champs and claim the undisputed top spirit award to hang up at your school? We reveal, get this folks, the top 8 on the Zone tomorrow night. So tune in for that at 11:08 to see which school is going to be a part of the top 8 for the prestigious Zone Championship banner. Now let's take a look at our play of the week. Each week we feature one of the top plays from sports here in Central Indiana. Plus, we want you to get involved. But let's take a look at the play of the week. And here it is. This one coming courtesy of the Indiana Deaf here. Sabu Middlebrook looking for Zachary Bippus here. Check out the incredible one-handed catch, folks. And he's gone for the Orioles touchdown. Let's see that one more time. Not bad at all. If you want to be a part of the show, here's what you got to do. You may have the play of the week. Just take a look at the information there on the screen. Tweet at us. You can email it to us. Just reach out to us. Send that play in, and it could be possibly a part, that is, of our show coming up right here on the Zone Extra. And Mighty TV Channel 23, of course, is your home for high school sports. Coming up tomorrow night, we got a good one here in sectionals. Warren Central getting set to take on Lawrence Central here in the first round of the sectionals for Class 6A. Don't forget to tune in. Coming up tomorrow, 7 o'clock on Mighty TV Channel 23. And it's a big night of sectional semifinals across Central Indiana. We, of course, will have you ready here with 22 highlights. That's more than any other station in the entire state of Indiana. Here's a look at our plan for tomorrow night. Here's a look at some of the key matchups we'll be following. We will be live at Noblesville for our Zone 8 tailgate party. And then look at these matchups. You got Fishers against HSC. Talk about the rivalry there. Carmel in action against Avon. Some other teams you see on the screen as well. Tune in tomorrow at 11:08 right here on Wish TV. All right, folks, that's going to do it for the Zone Extra. Thank you so much for watching tonight. We greatly appreciate it. We'll see you back here next week, same time, same place.